Day one. Left home about 8:30. It's now 10:30. We're on the Selway. We just got here. We are going to unload everything and head for Elk City. It's gonna take a while. We got quite a bunch of stuff to unload. Then we got, I think it's about 28 miles into Elk City, and then another 20 up to the Magruder where it starts. And so we got to get this all unloaded, and then we'll get the four-wheeler backed out, and away we'll go. Day one. There she be. We're ready to roll. Day one. On the Selway, headed for Elk City with my 46 anniversaries, years of marriage, however you want to say it. We are loaded to the gills, and we are ready for a week's R&R. Want to say anything? End of day one, 69.2 miles. We come up off the Selway and up over top of the mountain, and we are 18 miles out on the Magruder Corridor. And this is Graphite Springs, or I think that's what it says over there. Graphite Springs. Anyway, it looks like it's set up for horses, and there's a trail that dumps off right down there. I'll walk down there and see what that trail looks like. But yeah, fun first day. Look at that blue sky and all those burnt trees. What a fire. Well, we walked down the horse trail, and all it does is come down to a trough full of water. So the trails for the horses must go out the other direction, because that is definitely just for the horses. They got that pipe running way up in through there to catch that natural spring. But other than that, yeah, there is no horse trails down here or nothing. Just, I would imagine since the fire came through here, don't know if any elk are back up in here or not. They're all down on the main road. Pretty cool. Fun trip so far. Day one. Yeah, I walked up the road a couple hundred yards, and I just don't see any horse trails. I think because of all the fires, they probably don't use it anymore. There's no horse manure. It doesn't look like that campground rat. The horses haven't used that forever. There's just, I would think with all the new growth, they got trees growing right inside the road. But boy, what a disaster. It's just ugly, ugly, ugly. I guess go back and make sandwiches for tonight. We're both pooped, and that was quite a climb coming up out of the Selway. I just don't remember it being that steep and that long. And so, good night for night one. First night's fire. The mosquitoes are pretty bad. Patty's all wrapped up. And what time is it? About 8:45. The sunset just went down. Almost 9 o'clock, and we're clear up on top of the mountain. So, needless to say, we're going to be going to bed, and it's still going to be daylight. But it's been a long day, and we's ready for bed as soon as the fire dies down.
First night's camp slot. The facilities were fabulous. It was so quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Even the birds weren't chirping. Eerily, eerily quiet. Nobody wants to be up this high, I guess.
Start of day 2. About 20 miles in, we could take a car to here. It's really good roads, and we're expecting a lot worse today. We're doing another 70 miles today.
All right, catch you at the next stop.
Here's Bargman Creek. Something like that anyway. Our first creek crossing on the Magruder Corridor. Lots of water. Lots of blue sky. What a beautiful day. There's some hitchhiker coming down the road. I think I'll give her a ride. Good looking. About 30 miles in. This is the Burnt Knob Lookout. It's about 2 miles up to the top. As you can see, that road is really rough. We took our Jeeps up there 10 years ago, and the last mile is just solid boulders, and we even stalled the Jeep out first gear in low range. And so we're going to pass on it for today. We want to get to Darby by Thursday and get gas, and when we come back we'll make the big decision. And I don't know if you can see the little bit of snow up there or not, but yeah, it's Magruder Corridor. 30 miles in. What, about 70 to go? 70, 80, 90, 100, about 80 more miles to go to get to Darby. So only day 2. "34 miles in." What a scenic overlook this is. I would imagine these guys all got Idaho plates. They must have came in from Idaho. But man, look at this overlook up here. 7,900 feet in no snow. So that is a good thing. Wowza, wowza, wowza. It is a lot of country. Did I say we're about 34 miles in is all? It's still a long ways to Darby, Montana. All kinds of people up here checking things out. And there's a trail over there that they must have, those guys must be walking way out on that bluff out there. There's a trail right along that bluff, and then go all the way out to the end of that bluff. observation point. I'm thinking we are just about halfway. We should be 50 miles in. Should be about 60 miles out to Darby. What a sight. Looks like there's probably still snow in those mountains over there. Got me taking videos. Patty's taking peak shows. Take a picture of each other. Pretty cool. And then standing right here on the bluff, I'd say. Know how far down there that is, but it is down there. Pretty cool. Everybody should take this trip, Magruder Corridor. About 25 miles into Darby. I think we're gonna go ahead and head in there, get gas, and then I don't know, I think the wife's got ideas to spend the night in at Darby, so I guess we'll see when we get there. So we'll see you in Darby. End of day 2, made it clear to Darby, Montana, a little over 90 miles. We weren't sure how our gas situation was gonna go, so we came all the way into Darby in 90 some miles, and so we are here for night number 2, and then we'll take our time going back and we'll do lots of sightseeing on the way back now that we got everything plumb full of gas. Beautiful little spot here in Darby, Montana.
So, for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm married to Lily.
Just got gas at Darby, Montana for day 3. This is part 1 of part 3. We will see you in another week and we'll start on part 2.